Welcome back to DriveUSA Into USA. Today we're diving deep into one of the most exciting pirates in the sports car world, the 2026 Porsche 911 GT3 and the 2026 Porsche 911 Carrera GTS. These two cars sit at different ends of the high-performance spectrum of the iconic 911 lineup, and we're going to look closely at how they compare, from the way they look and feel, to what's under the hood, how they perform, and what kind of price tags they carry. When you glance at either of these cars on the road, the first thing that grabs your attention is the design. Both are unmistakably Porsche 911, with that classic silhouette that has evolved over decades but always stayed true to its heritage, a smooth, long hood dropping into steeply raked windscreen and a wide, muscular rear. The Carrera GTS takes that familiar profile and gives it a sportier twist with more aggressive aero touches, larger front intakes, active air flaps, and a rear spoiler designed not just for looks but to improve airflow and stability at speed. It keeps a certain elegance while emphasizing performance. Porsche Newsroom Plus One. The GT3, on the other hand, wears its racing intent on its sleeve. It's lower, wider, and visibly more focused. With a fixed rear wing or a more subtle touring version without the wing, larger air intakes, striking side skirts, and more pronounced diffusers, the GT3 looks ready to leap off the pavement onto a racetrack. The design isn't just for show. Porsche engineers extract every bit of downforce and cooling efficiency they can, making this version of the 911 one of the most track-capable road cars available. TrueCar. Step inside either car and you immediately feel that you're in something special. Porsche hasn't gone over the top with flashiness. Instead, they've crafted a cabin that beautifully blends luxury and purpose. In the Carrera GTS, you get high-quality materials, leather-trimmed sports seats with optional 18-way adaptive seats, and a clean, driver-focused dashboard. The infotainment screen is a generous 10.9-inch unit with wireless connectivity for Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, voice control, and even over-the-air updates. You'll also find neat touches like a fully digital instrument cluster that's intuitive and easy to read at a glance while you're driving. TrueCar Plus One. The GT3 cockpit turns the focus up several notches. You'll find more aggressive sports seats, and in many cases, optional full bucket seats if you're going serious about track days. The steering wheel feels connected and precise, and every control is placed where your hands expect it to be. Much of the interior shares the same tech as the GTS, but Porsche also trims as much unnecessary weight as possible, so some of the comfort-focused features are sacrificed for sharper driving dynamics. It still feels premium, but it feels like it's ready to be driven hard. TrueCar. Now let's talk about what's under the hood, and this is where the difference between these two cars becomes very clear. The 2026 Carrera GTS takes a bold step forward with a performance-focused hybrid setup that mixes traditional Porsche flat-six engineering with a lightweight electric assist. At its heart is a newly developed 3.6-liter six-cylinder boxer engine paired with an electric motor and an electrically assisted turbocharger. This T-hybrid system kicks total output up to around 532 horsepower and 449 pound-feet of torque, which launches the GTS from 0 to 60 miles per hour in roughly 2.9 seconds and pushes it toward a top speed of about 194 miles per hour. Despite the hybrid components, Porsche has done an impressive job keeping weight in check so performance feels sharp without any of the sluggishness you might associate with heavier hybrid systems. Porsche Newsroom. The GT3, by contrast, doesn't chase hybrid tech. It embraces pure, naturally aspirated performance. Its engine is a high-revving 4.0-liter flat-six that delivers around 502 horsepower through either a 7-speed dual-clutch PDK or a traditional 6-speed manual transmission, the latter especially cherished by driving purists. This engine doesn't just make power, it sings, especially up near redline, offering that raw, visceral connection that many enthusiasts crave. The GT3's focus is on handling finesse, weight distribution, and driver engagement rather than on hybrid boosts. Numbers vary depending on testing conditions and options, but a GT3 can sprint to 60 miles per hour in the low 3-second range and goes up to near 194 miles per hour as well, but its real strength lies in how it handles every twist and turn between those 2 points. TrueCar Plus One. Both cars deliver incredible driving experiences, but they do it in different ways. The GTS's hybrid boost and advanced active aerodynamics make it feel like a high-performance Grand Tourer that's still comfortable enough for everyday use. The GT3 is more unforgiving and track-ready, with suspension tuning and steering feedback that demand the driver's full attention, but rewarded with phenomenal grip, balance, and responsiveness. If you're thinking of autocross weekends and track days, the GT3 feels like your car. If you're looking for blistering performance without losing a bit of everyday versatility, the GTS makes a compelling case. TrueCar. Prices reflect these roles. In the United States, a 911 Carrera GTS starts in the range of around $170,000 to $180,000 depending on trim and options, with convertible and all-wheel drive versions pushing higher. The GT3 sits noticeably above that. Base pricing often starts in the low $200,000s, and options can easily push the total into the mid-$200,000 range or beyond, especially if you go for track-focused packages and lightweight options. Stud Cars Plus One. So, in the end, which one should you choose? It really comes down to what you want your 911 to do. The GTS offers an exhilarating blend of modern hybrid punch, everyday usability, and performance that can embarrass cars twice its price. The GT3 strips away compromises and gives you a pure performance tool straight from Porsche's motorsport department, perfect for someone who lives for driving precision. Both are extraordinary machines, and both carry the spirit of the 911 in ways that only Porsche can deliver. TrueCar. Thanks for watching DriveUSA Into USA. If you're into high-performance builds and want more in-depth reviews like this one, stick around.